Everyone, welcome to the show. So, Elon Musk companies and his stock are just getting hammered. Could not happen to a nicer guy. I know. Even Tesla insiders are ditching stock, which I'm going to get to that in a minute. But here's the deal and what all is happening. According to the Guardian news outlet, Musk's net worth dropped by $22 billion just last Monday alone because of the stock Tesla or a Tesla stock sell off. And even Donald Trump's corrupt attempts to hawk cars for him in front of the White House did not do much to help. And you know why? Because, I mean, it's nonsensical. By and large, it is leftists who believe that climate change exists, that actually believe in facts. And they're the ones who purchase electric vehicles. So it's almost like pissing off your biggest customer base is a bad thing. Hmm. And I have to say, watching Trump try to sell the public on EVs when his whole mantra is like, drill, baby, drill. It's just too good. It really is. But this is not Musk only screw up. So at the end of last month, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but there's a Mexican billionaire. His name is Carlos Slim, excuse me. And he announced he's no longer going to collaborate with Musk. Apparently, he was going to use Musk's Starlink internet service for some upcoming projects that he had. He was going to partner with him. Well, Slim had planned to invest $22 billion into these various projects over the next 3 years. Now he's saying, nope, I'm going to give my money to your competitors in China and Europe. And evidently, the relationship was already kind of rocky. It was already a little strained for some reason. But then at the end of last month, Musk posted this disparaging tweet about Slim, and he implied that he has connections to organized crime. So that was it. That was the final straw. And according to the Mexico Daily Post, quote, more than money, Musk lost his main partner in 25 countries, in addition to giving up all that territory to companies of his competition, and most seriously, causing the USA to continue losing commercial presence and giving it to China. So, yeah, he is not just hurting himself at this point, he is hurting our country. Poof, 22 billion gone with a tweet. And on Friday of last week, there was more bad news reported for Tesla because there was an online survey that was conducted of over 100,000 German residents. So this is not some, 1,000 people, 2,000 people like we're used to seeing in polls. Over 100,000 people polled, 94% of them said, I will not buy a Tesla. No way, no how. I'm not buying a Tesla. Only 3% of the respondents said, yeah, I'll still consider purchasing a Tesla in the future. And then electric news outlet said that sales were already down in Germany by 70% in the first 2 months of this year. So that's compared to January and February of 2024. And this has nothing to do with just EV sales tanking in general, because EV sales in Germany had spiked 27% last year. So Tesla sales plummeted over that same period of time, 41%. Overall EV sales up 27%. So, yeah, seems to be something with the brand. But then Germans are not only not buying Teslas, they're now starting to burn them too. So, Fortune news outlet just reported today people are literally setting Teslas on fire in Germany. They wrote, quote, in an affluent residential neighborhood of Berlin, 4 Tesla vehicles burnt to a crisp in the early morning hours of Friday after unknown vandals set them ablaze. And I'm sure you guys have all heard the same thing is happening here in the US. And it happened again just this morning. So, several news outlets reported that Teslas were set on fire at a dealership in Las Vegas, Nevada. Evidently, somebody threw some Molotov cocktails at them, just bombed them with Molotov cocktails. So, yeah. And, so there's some news outlets now that are questioning if owning a Tesla is going to become too costly for consumers, and not because of the property damage, but because of the insurance. They're questioning, like, hey, our insurance company is now going to jack up the rates on these specific cars because it's so much more of a risk to start driving a Tesla, you know? There's even a doxing site where people are trying to get people to attack Teslas, where they're doxing the owners, which I am against all of this. There are a lot of people who bought Teslas before Elon Musk became a total MAGA maniac. So, we can't paint every Tesla owner with a broad brush. But anyway, the extreme costs of owning one is definitely going up, whether it be financial, whether it be emotional, or for social reasons. You don't want to be painted with that broad brush. You don't want to be targeted and yelled at and cursed out. So yeah, and all of this could become a factor, and it could force Tesla to drop their prices. They might have to make it such a good offer. They might have to make it too good of a deal to pass up to get people to purchase these cars anymore. And the price of used Teslas have apparently been dropping like a rock. So a bunch of Tesla owners just across the board, like all over the place, are ditching their cars. Newsweek just reported Teslas have now become the number one electric vehicle on the used car market. And they said the average price is about $10,000 cheaper than other EV brands. So in the US, they said the average price for a used Tesla now is about $30,000. In 2022, the average used Tesla was listed for $70,000. So not good, losing value overnight. And then Newsweek also said San Francisco Audi and Mercedes dealers are saying that they have had this rapid increase in Tesla trade-ins. The COO of the Audi dealership said that they're receiving about 5 Tesla trade-ins per week. So almost one a day. It's just crazy. And a poll of people in the Netherlands said that 30% of Tesla owners are now considering selling their vehicles. So, yeah, fun stuff. And Musk is not doing anything to bolster his image. He is not trying to make things better at all. In fact, Forbes just reported today that Musk suspended the Twitter account of a punk rock band. And he did it not because, they did something horrid, but because the lead singer told off a MAGA man at one of their concerts. So evidently, this MAGA guy is at one of their concerts. He's waving around one of the black MAGA hats that Musk created, and he's spewing out a bunch of BS. So the lead singer, it's of the band called Dropkick Murphys, he yells at the guy and tells him, quote, "Do you mind, sir? We're going to play a song about our grandparents and people who fought Nazis in the war. So if you could just shut the fuck up for 5 minutes." And then he also referred to the guy's hat as the quote, "Elon Musk True Nazi Edition." So, yeah, that was enough to get him suspended from Twitter. Because, Musk, he's all about free speech, right? Oh, this is the community square. That's what he used to say about Twitter. I'm a free speech absolutist. Yeah, okay. I mean, think of how insane that is. I don't know how many of you are still on Twitter, but you can literally go on Twitter and spout out the most hateful, racist, Nazi, full on Nazi propaganda. And I'm not like being hyperbolic. I'm not saying, oh, I think it's Nazi racism. No, these are literal Nazis on their site spewing out bullshit, racist crap. And that is okay. You will not get kicked off for that. But if you refer to Musk's hat as the Nazi version, you get suspended. Yeah. Why? Because we have an insecure baby who's running the Twitter platform now who gets all butthurt. So, and as I mentioned at the beginning, Tesla insiders are now abandoning their stock because they can read the writing on the wall. They see what's coming. So, ABC News reported this morning that in the past few weeks, there are members of the board and even a company executive that has unloaded more than $100 million worth of Tesla stock in the past few weeks. Musk's own brother, he is a board member of Tesla, and Musk's brother, he sold 75,000 shares in the company. They were valued at $27 million when he sold them. And the chairman of the board, we're not talking about just some rando, chairman of the board ditched $75 million worth of stock in the past 5 weeks. I mean, when your own brother and when your own board members are like, I don't think this is going too well. I don't think we're going to really hold much value in the future. I don't see this going up. That is not a good sign. Just saying. Anyway, we'll see. But yeah, I mean, there are reports out that Tesla is now not the biggest holding that Musk has because of all this. So now it's SpaceX. Unfortunately, what can be done about SpaceX? I mean, it's not like protesting SpaceX is going to do any good. He's just blowing up spaceships, he's just blowing up things with our tax dollars. I mean, literally blowing up our tax money. Yeah. While taking money away from veterans and, retired people and, kids with cancer and what have you. But yeah, let's just go blow up some spaceships and blow up tax money. All right. I will let you all know when I hear more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe. Please donate if you possibly can. Links are below in the description box on YouTube, also on the podcast. Again, thank you so much. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.